I always hear those horror stories about executives throwing shit and doing that.
I have many stories about.
Really?
Well, this guy was an absolute madman, and he he may or may not have had a drug problem at one point that made him very excitable. But his office space was the size of this studio, and all that was there was one desk and a ping pong table. And whenever he got pissed off, he'd throw the ping pong table. And I think he bought them just because he would break them. You know? So one time he threw, I was on the other side of the room, and he's like, "Did you call that client about that thing?" And I go, I'm about to, it's about to happen. He's like, well, here, maybe you should send an email. Let me help you with that. He grabs my laptop, throws it at me from across the room, and it shatters against the wall behind me. And I was like, I'll get on that right now, I guess. And this guy was also the kind of guy who, in my interview, he had told me to show up at this Mexican food restaurant at 2 p.m. sharp. So I show up there, it's closed. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then the manager comes out and goes, "Are you Aaron?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Bob is in the back." And I go, "Okay." This guy is sitting at this 10-person table at this booth, but he's in the back of it. He goes, "Aaron, I've been reading about you. I know everything about you." He goes, "You want to see?" He opens up this tome of this huge book. He slides it over across the table to me, and I look at it, and it's an astrology book, and it's turned to my birthday. And he goes, "I know everything."
Go ahead and read that passage right there.
He goes, "Read that passage right there." So I start reading it, and he goes, "Out loud." And I go, "Aquarius are sometimes known for their predicate." He's like, no, get to the weaknesses. And I go, "Defiant, something. And he goes, ooh, that's not good for our business. That's not good at all." He'd already read them, so he knew. He was just making sure I knew. And he goes,
"Why would I hire someone with these weaknesses?"
So I was like, and before I could even answer, he said, "Turn July 28th. So I turned to it, and he goes, "Read it out loud." Okay. And he goes, no, skip to the weaknesses. So I get to the weaknesses, and it says, panicked, disturbed, volatile. And I read it, and I was like, and he goes, "Oh man, panicked, disturbed, volatile. That guy sounds like a real fucking nut, right?"
Oh my